So one thing that I wanted to mention real quick is that I really appreciate a realtor we've been using in this process. And so we were kind of talking about it. What are those qualities you look for? Because we've also worked with shitty realtors. So what are those factors that make someone a good realtor?
Sure. So one of the things that I said was a realtor that is searching for a house based on your needs and preferences, not based on what they would want to buy if they were looking for a house.
Yep. So second and related, but kind of different, is just not being pushy. And then third, related but different, is just being honest.
Right. If there's something wrong with the house and they know about it and they're not telling you, that's just bull.
Yeah. Another thing, fourth, is useful suggestions. So being able to make a suggestion, but a useful suggestion. So one of the things that makes it useful is, again, they're not just trying to sell you. They're trying to actually facilitate something that you want. So for example, we're trying to lease out either an in-law suite or a detached unit or a secondary unit, lower level, something like that. So being able to offer suggestions like, oh, you could place a separating wall here. That's a useful suggestion, and not bullshitting me like, oh, you could redo this whole space and tear down this wall and convert it all for like $10. It's like, that's obviously bullshit. So not bullshitting me, not trying to sell me, but actually trying to facilitate what you know that I want. That's a useful suggestion. And then another one is just like flexible availability and reliability, showing up on time, responding to phone calls. Today's Saturday, and so like, you know, this realtor is like happy to meet with us on weekends. So is there anything else, or does that cover it?
I think that covers it.
One other thing that I thought of is just knowing facts. So this would be the sixth item. So just knowing facts, like being familiar with the area, knowing what typical prices are, typical floor plans are. If something is like an atypical structure that's likely an addition rather than an originally built, knowing stuff like that. In addition to knowing like prices, like what's normal asking price, knowing what rents go for, knowing if there's other stuff around, like, oh, like there's good schools in the area, and not just saying there's good schools in the area, but like actually knowing. So all of those factors, just knowing facts.